right, so example 1 for 4-3. Example 1 is asking us to identify the slope, the y-intercept, and sketch a graph. All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So the equation that I'm going to be thinking of, or the equation that I want floating in my head to help me, is that y equals mx plus b. Remember, where my m is my slope and the b is my y-intercept. So that's going to help me. So notice the slope is next to which letter? The slope is always going to be next to the x, but the x is not included in the slope. So yes, the slope is next to the x, but you do not write the x down when you're talking about the slope because the x is not the slope, it's the m. So in this first example, and maybe it's helpful to write the equation above each piece, y equals mx plus b. So here, my slope would be equal to that negative 2/3. Again, notice how we're not including the x. We should make a note of that. X is not part of the slope. A reminder bubble. All right, so our slope is negative 2/3 because that's the piece next to the x. Our y-intercept, which I'm going to abbreviate y-int, our y-intercept is that plus b, or that minus 4 in this case. And then sketch a graph. Well, okay, I guess I need a little bit more room. So sketch a graph is just wanting us to get a generic picture. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I've got an x and y axis. So you might be remembering this a little bit from last year, maybe not. Your y-intercept is like your starting point. So like -4 would be somewhere down here. You have a negative 2/3 slope. So a negative slope is going to be going downwards. So it's going to look something like that. Just a sketch. Doesn't have to be perfect. The difference in the directions will be sketch versus actually graph. The next couple of lessons are going to be asking you to real life graph them, which will need more points than just one in a random line. So there's our example 1A. We'll break these up into A, B, and C.